Hey, I just wanted to take a minute here and take some time. Actually, warning us to be a longer video than I normally have, but just wanted to take some time and reflect on the year that I had and thank everybody that made it possible. I think it goes without stating, but definitely it was more than just an individual effort, an individual accomplishment. Without the effort of a lot of people, and it takes a village, so to speak, I really don't think this would have happened. So just definitely want to start by thanking God. 100,000 thank yous, if you will. You could title this video. That's the way I'm definitely going to go about it, and just want to reflect on it and thank the people that helped to make it possible, and know that they were seen, they were known, they made an impact on me, and um, even if my mental capacity tonight doesn't remember you, just know that I know that you made an impact on me. If we had an interaction, or you thought about me, or I thought about you, just know that I'm really grateful towards you. But certainly, like I said earlier, without God, I don't think any of this would be possible. Definitely come to know that He's the one that's always fathering me and always nudging me in the right direction, even though sometimes I fail. I know that most of the time I'm listening to what He wants me to do. And this year for sure was a big step in that direction of just continuing to answer the call, answer His call. So as I continue to wrestle and grow with Him and keep learning and keep growing in my faith and my hope and my joy, this definitely was a great time to bask in His fruitfulness, bask in His joy, and be thankful for all of the fruits that He provided, and the talents that I have, that I was able to continue to glorify Him and give it back to Him, give all my effort back to Him, and all my accomplishments back to Him. So I hope in doing so that I've actually led some more humans closer to Him. That's my hope. That's why I do everything I do. But definitely wanted to start there. And then next, but certainly not least, for sure, my number one now on earth is my wife now, Elizabeth. And I could take the whole video and talk about her, but darling, I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for you. So joyful for this year that not only was this the first year, professionally me diving in on Cutco and fully selling, but this is the year now that I can look back that and finally became one, and enjoyed at first that wedding that day, and then now our matrimony and our marriage is going to continue for time immemorial, and until death do us part. And so far it's been just an amazing year. And yesterday we just celebrated 4 months being married. So thank you so much again, and I love you so much, and I cannot wait to continue to grow with you. I know we've been together for 8 years, but now it's looking more towards growing a family maybe soon, or just continue to get to know each other more. This honeymooning stage has been awesome. Had so much fun getting to learn how to live together in one space. It never was a thing until we got married, so that's been a challenge, but also a welcome challenge and a really fun opportunity to you think somebody, man. Really got to know you even more on an even deeper level, and how fitting that was just right along with our marriage there in July. So it's been phenomenal, and cannot wait for what God has in store for us. So love you, Mrs. Moore, Mrs. Cutco, Mrs. Moore Cutco. How about that? So love you so much, Elizabeth. I'll see you soon. Here soon. So outside of that, definitely, the support system that's always been there for me forever has been my immediate family. Starting with my mother and father. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you as much as I can now the rest of our lives. I know that our lives definitely kind of grow apart as your son gets older, as your kids get older, and I just want to continue to love the times we get to share, but also know that I certainly wouldn't be here without you. You're the reason I'm here. So I'm just super grateful for you and all support you've always given me. And um, just, just love you so much. Love you so much. So you'll always be mama and dad to me. So just continue to do what you do. Love you a lot. I hope to see you soon. And my siblings, definitely. Catherine and Matthew, Stephen, Thomas, Daniel. Catherine, I'm so excited to see your life and what you've been growing. You've moved a lot, a lot of changes recently, but I think all certainly changes for the better, both in professional and personal, and just all the amazing things that you're doing with James in Kansas City. It's just so cool to see, and I know that everything happens for a reason. I'm so grateful for like everything that has happened for you, and it's happened not to you. It's definitely happened for you, and just really cool to see those reasons and why what life has given you. It's been really nice just to continue to love my role as your big brother. And I just want to let you know that I'm super proud of you. Hope you know that. Hope you understand that. So you've been a great support for me in my efforts this year. So you're certainly one of the key components why I did what I did this year professionally and personally too. So Matthew, one of my closest friends in life. I was so cool to have you be my best man. You always have been my best man. Just was funny that COVID and maybe God had to smack us around a little bit to make sure that that was done. I guess that day how He wanted it. So I'm super grateful for you. I love you so much. I'm so excited for what you're doing down in Wichita with Kinsey and your life that you're growing and moving towards and building. It's really neat. And then Stephen, was really cool. Really cool to see you sell Cutco last year and actually enjoy this journey with me because I kind of know what the business is. And now being a United States Marine full-fledged, so proud. So proud, both you and Matthew. But I know in your active role, I know you're going daily, every day to serve and protect this great country of ours. And it's just super impressive what you're doing, and I love you so much. And I know inevitably you're gonna probably go overseas, and so whenever that happens, just know that God's always there for with you. You're doing the right thing, and we're super proud of you back here at home to go do what your duty, to have honor and sacrifice like you're doing every single day. So thanks again, man. Love you. Thanks for supporting me in so many ways too. Whether it was just financially buying Cutco from me, now you're a customer of mine, which is so fun. To just putting in a good word, having a nice conversation here and there, just asking me for advice too. I love doing that. Continue to be your big brother, of course. So, and then Thomas and Daniel, you guys are just growing like crazy, man. I can't believe it. It's so hard to keep up with, but I'm so proud of you. Everything you're doing, from the Thomas having that transition from private school, which is always what our family has done, and now being in a public school, you just boomed and blossomed and thrived. It was like totally the right move for you. And I'm sorry it took so long to understand that with you, but just I know that the right decision was made, and so grateful. Like you just had so much fun. I can tell you're just really enjoying and loving, thriving. It's such a critical time of life in high school. So just know that I love you. I'm really excited for everything you're doing. And dude, senior year's here. It's almost here. It's practically here. So I would say act like you're a senior now. It'll definitely serve you later here soon. And just enjoy all the moments because they go by quick. And then little Daniel, Dan the man, keep having fun, man. Don't lose being a kid. Enjoy the time that you have. Continue to build those relationships as you you're almost here to your high school days. Just enjoy that, and I love you so much, and excited to see this holiday season. We'll have a lot of fun together. So that's definitely the people that I love absolutely the most of most. But man, I've been so blessed this year because I got married, so now I have like a new family, so to speak, and I'm starting to grow with them. And I've known most of you for almost 8 years now. Now that when I started dating Elizabeth, but I really felt, due to proximity to being closer to you, living, starting to enjoy time with each and every one of you. I'm so grateful now. I mean, my just like overnight almost, my immediate family was doubled, which is amazing to say. You know, I just feel so blessed, so grateful for you. From Steve and Denise there to Gary and Chrissy to Grandma Donna. And just continue to love to just show up and give you a hug every time I see you. It's been awesome to, Matt and Yo and all the Knoll family and all the sisters and brothers, to, Uncle Larry there locally now in Dogtown. It's been so fun to get to know you some more and get to understand. Thank you for sharing your neighborhood with us, so to speak. It's so cool to live close to you. I just feel so blessed, that side of our family. And, then all of Steve, your family, the Aubrey family, the Aubrey clan, right? Just, I can tell the love that exists in each and every one of you. And I pray that someday, just knowing that I was raised in a bigger family myself, that we'll be able to have the joy and experience those times like you and your brothers and sisters still are able to do on a pretty consistent basis, despite how far you guys are away. I think it's amazing. So just thank you for that. I see the example. I'm so grateful. And again, none of this would have been possible to me personally with my profession and personal life and all the growth I've experienced this year without each and every single one of you. And so glad to see most of you. I'm excited to see most of you around this holiday season coming up soon. We're going to get together and just continue to grow and have fellowship and have God continue to love up on us and grow us and bring us together, which I'm excited for. So outside of that, I'll probably transition a little bit more towards a lot of my professional relationships that absolutely have helped me grow and experience this $100,000 year. It's been phenomenal. So lastly, I will give a quick shout out. Being a Catholic, I'm so proud of my Catholic faith. Not that it's pretty obvious. It's unfortunately kind of been in the news and in the world today, but most people know kind of the state of the Catholic Church, which I personally think is a great thing. To show the world that right now we are human. We always have been. Some people don't know that. Some people maybe have never, been exposed to the Catholic Church, but just to know right now that this is an amazing time in church's history. I can tell that our church just continues to grow, continues to evolve. Locally in St. Louis, I know it's continuing to change and grow and evolve. But I always fall back on faith, hope, and love. I just know that that's going to continue to carry us through. And so I'm so proud of the relationships I've started to build locally in St. Louis and the Catholic faith and Catholic Church. And I know I'm going to continue to grow. That's one of the aspects I know I'm going to just explode in 2023 to get to know more people and keep diving in, keep growing, keep expanding in my Catholic faith. But I just know right now in the church that God-fearing men that are leading their families and growing families are desperately needed, and I got to start somewhere. So with myself, I welcome the challenge. I'm so excited to continue to figure this out and keep growing, pushing the faith forward. So anyway, just a little shout out to my St. James the Greater community here in Dogtown, Missouri. Whatever that ends up looking like here soon. Just know that I'm excited to be where I'm at, to live where I live, so to speak, right? Live where I stay, live where I stand, and to dive in with those that are around me. So, but yeah, professionally, if I was going to start somewhere, certainly I would actually rewind almost a year ago, maybe even a little more than a year now. But Michael J. Muriel, that is the man that I continue to just think every day and think about quite frequently every now and again. It just crossed my mind, and a very amazing conversation with him. Like I said, about almost a year and a month ago, but it was a necessary conversation. And I haven't always seen eye to eye with everything, all the decisions he's made, but he's our region manager with Cutco and Vector. He really sees and oversees so many lives and nurtures and fathers so many lives. And just for him to take a little time and tell me, and help me to reach this conclusion. I love that he always lets people make their own decisions and ultimately, you know, guides them, but is willing to let them fail. I think is phenomenal, but also he knows when it's time to step in and also be a father, so to speak. I really believe that, like in a strong business, and I know that he's there to always care. He really cares about people, and for me, my personal experience with that was when he said, "Hey, we gotta shut this thing down. We gotta stop having you be a manager. Like you need to stop having you be a manager." Looking back, absolutely is the right decision. In the moment, I felt like it was the right decision. I felt a sense of peace, but looking back now, it's really nice to have that be fully realized now, have that continue to grow, and know that will always be, now looking back, a moment that I can look back at. That was a big changing moment, but it was also an amazing decision that was made, that I made because of him. So again, just thank you so much. I can't wait to hopefully see you soon. I know that life's been crazy, but between you and me, shit happens, right? It's always going to be our fun little joke that will just be an inside joke between you and me. Nobody else knows about. But again, like I said, I also just want to acknowledge, and I realize that with you, and then obviously your support with Donna. I know, I gotta imagine, I know you are growing and building two amazing young gentlemen that are going to go out in this world and impact this world in amazing ways, because of your continuous leadership and commitment to, like I said, fathering, nurturing, loving people, and continuing to help them grow. So again, Mike, thank you so much. Couldn't have done any of this without you. Who knows where I'd be if we didn't have that conversation 13 months ago, 14 months ago. But yeah, I'm excited to just continue to grow, and this is for the foreseeable future. This is the place I'm going to be. This is my family. This is the place I would like to see where my professional life goes with Cutco and Vector. It's been 10 years in and out of the business. Now it's time to just be fully in the business, like this last year was, and continue to grow that. So again, I never know what the future holds, but I know that I just keep showing up, and with your leadership and leading as you do, I know that things will be just fine. So again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, especially that conversation we had. Can't wait to see you soon. So the next human I got to definitely talk about is, and it's crazy to say this, how things just move so fast, but I also know that it's happening for a reason. God's always working. Devil is too, by the way. Don't get me wrong. But Mike Dowd, man, I'm so grateful that I really consider you my best friend now. And sometimes out of the business too. It's been so fun to, Rachel, you and Rachel, just the family you're building. It's so cool. So cool. And I get to have a tenth of the family that you guys do as far as everything you're building. I can consider myself very, very lucky. But I feel grateful that you're taking me under my wing, inviting me into your home, so to speak, inviting me into your family. Able to provide hopefully an example. I know that there's even more little eyes watching me now with all three of your boys, Lincoln, Linky, and Duke, and Hucky, and now baby Car McCartney. It's cool. It's a role that I've enjoyed and loved, obviously, since I was 2 years old when my sister was born, but I have a more maybe glorified role now, more mature maybe, or next level of mastery, so to speak. Being able to nurture and help young ones see the light. I just, again, can't thank you enough on that personal note, and then just to see your wife and the relationship you have had with her now, and professionally too, just taking me under your wing too. And I think it's just obviously don't have enough words to describe it. I'm going to try my best tonight, but I just feel so grateful that I now have a role model, but also one that's just incredibly successful. and I know we know why. I mean, it's the Lord, right? It's like that's why everything happens with you, but it's a continuous commitment and discipline and courage sometimes, just to go out and do it and make it happen. I just feel lucky to be able to be so close to you and learn from you and know that my life is going to be forever changed because of you. And with all that being said, we're just scratching the surface with what's truly possible, and what's truly possible for you now that you continue to lead and grow and help me, and what's truly possible for me that I'm learning from you. So again, I can't wait to see what God has in store for us, but so far it's been amazing. And again, I feel so lucky to be your brother in the business. So next guys I gotta talk about, just because they've always been there too, is Nate Johnson, Nathan. Again, not a knock on you earlier about my brother being my best man. I know that what happened happened. You're always going to be my best man, and I'm so excited to see what you're building out in Kansas City. It's been a long time coming, but you've always been there to just continue to be the best manager I've personally known and seen operate. I knew a Justin Donald, and I got to kind of feel that, but you ran the show, and so I've always learned from you. I've always seen you as the best manager I've personally seen and experienced inside the business. Don't get me wrong, I've been taught and learned from a lot of other managers, certainly, but on a day-to-day basis and seeing somebody build something from the ground up, man, you just blow me away every time, man. And I can't imagine that your division you're going to build isn't going to be better for it because you're the one leading it. And I'm so excited for all the lives you're going to impact. I'm grateful for the true 2.5 years that we got to just be so close together and get to live together, laugh, cry, all that stuff, bleed, just some wild stories, and just really helps me in those years it was an amazing transition from what I call like kind of my cowboy years when I was just trying to figure myself out and learn. So then, I transitioned pretty quickly into an amazing lover as I continue to, grow in my engagement with Elizabeth at the time. Now, being a king of my own household and being Elizabeth's husband. And I see now that, like, hopefully I influenced and I helped you with all of the relationships you have in life too. And I've seen you grow and mature. And so I'm super grateful for you. Without you, this year would definitely not be possible. And I'll talk more about that later on. It's so funny that, in fact, today you and I had a realization about that again, just that we set this thing in motion not too long ago, but it was you. So again, thanks, man. I love you so much. And my king, love you, bro. The 17D years and times will definitely be legend here soon, maybe folklore soon. But you're a main character in those stories, man. So I think it's phenomenal. The decisions that we had, the COVID, right? Having COVID together, man, that was crazy. Experiencing that, being under quarantine together, going through that, and you just always been kind of constant reminder of strength and stability. And just knowing that there's always options. You can always make moves. You can always figure things out. I love that about you. And I know you're no longer in the Cutco business, but you're in the business of my life forever. And I feel so grateful for that. And congratulations on your growth too. I feel like I was a person of influence for you that I was able to influence, and now the beautiful relationship you have with Katie. I think it's amazing. And so excited to see you grow too. And certainly without you, this would definitely not have been possible. It's 100,000 thank yous to you. I'm so grateful that you're close still, proximity to me in St. Louis. We can hang out and just continue those 17D antics maybe in a different way, but I know we'll have a lot of fun in the future, no doubt. So next, I definitely like to talk about Miss Lindsay Paul now. My goodness, what a relationship you and I have. I mean, it went from who's this gal to Nate's talking about this amazing rep. She's going to do 10K to fast forward later. I'm so grateful I to call you my manager. Isn't that crazy to say? It's true. And I can't think of a better person to just lead and grow a division, to be somebody that's a mentor to me now, to have a different perspective on life. Always lead it back to our relationship with the Lord. You and I really share our Catholic faith together, and told you this time and time again. Sometimes you don't realize it, but it's like God, entrusted, and Jesus entrusted his own mother with the youngest apostle ever. So I love that. You're so young, so hungry, but also so mature beyond your years, so wise and so talented. And it doesn't surprise me why God has entrusted you with the responsibility you have either, which makes it so easy for me to be led by you, to listen to you, and to, partner with you in this business and the business that we're growing here. So again, so grateful for you. Looking forward to maybe another breakfast or two with you soon. Yeah, just know that love to call you my manager, certainly. Then I got to give a shout out to Nick Johnson. Man, dude, you and I really bond on a lot of different levels, just down home, for sure. Just kind of that redneck philosophy, as we call it. Hopefully I know we will someday soon. Both of you and I will be the redneck with Rolexes, right? That club. There'll be a few of us in that club. So, but no, brother, just thank you for continuing to show up. And inspires me, to continue to show up too. We know this business isn't easy, but I know your best days are just ahead of you, because I've experienced that too. And just the fact that I can pour into you at times, but you can also give me a different perspective on the business too. Just I love our conversations that we have. If it's not daily, sometimes even just weekly, that's really cool, to just feel your presence and to be part of this team, and just been a great teammate. Just love having you as a contemporary and a teammate. I think you're phenomenal, man. And so I'm grateful for you. The time we spent together, and we continue to spend together in this business. So thanks, man. Emily Schmick too. Definitely a lady that I'm so grateful that I got to actually spend some time with you behind the booth. You've given me so much perspective, and however our lives continue to go, just know that you're one of the main reasons that I continue to incite a vision for life behind the booth and just selling Cutco in general. You're amazing. And I pray to God, I hope that the world gets to know more of Emily Schmick. I really do. And I pray for that pretty frequently, pretty often. I ask the world for that. So I'd imagine God's going to allow the world to see more of you soon. So that's exciting. And then all of my customers, certainly all of my customers, my goodness, guys, we did it, right? $100,000 in business. That's amazing to me. I haven't always been in the Cutco business. Shocking, by the way. 10 years I've sold Cutco here and there, but consistently selling, it hasn't always been the case. I've hopped in and out of certain businesses, and my days in Dallas, and I'm not going to take time to describe all that stuff tonight. You can always reach out to me if you want to know more about that. But what's cool is I actually have some perspective outside of Cutco and Vector. So just like in the small business sector, I know to be true is that if you gross $100,000 in business in your very first year open, that's phenomenal. That's a sign of a very healthy business. So the fact that I did that this year, I just feel, elated, over the moon, just joy. I just feel lots of God's abundance, certainly. And so with that being said, I couldn't have done it without, somebody saying yes, let alone 100,000 yeses, so to speak, right? I had so many customers show up this year, from all the different fun shows to state fairs to, little local fairs to, gun shows where, I met one person maybe in 18 hours of working or whatever it was. I loved it so much, from a John Farrar that I met at the Troy, gun show. Now he's one of my best friends that are vendors outside of the business that I get to see from show to show. We got to share our faith. We got to, share a dinner together. And I hope to go fishing with you soon, man. I love you, brother. I love seeing you every time I see you at shows. So like David Johnson, man, I'm so grateful that I got to spend a certain specific weekend this year with you where it was absolutely miserable. We got to share it together, did we not? And did we happen to have a little fun along the way? Yeah, we certainly did. And we sold a little Cutco. But man, there's nothing like being behind a booth and having no customers there and all of the vendors are ready to leave. That's an amazing experience looking back, that because of our vector hearts, because of our Cutco vector hearts and the way we were raised and the way we were born in the business and grew in the business and we're taught, when we never give up, we always find a positive way to do it. We can have fun in a box, right? All vector people can have fun in a box. And we certainly did it that weekend. So grateful for you. And David, I'm excited for you to become a doctor, become Sharp Dr. Dave here soon. I know you're kicking ass in your master's classes and getting your PhD. It's not easy. I mean, so impressed that you're able to do both of those things at the same time, sell Cutco and go to school like you're doing at such a high level. So again, grateful to know you, work with you, continue to see you grow in the business here in St. Louis. If not, if you move on, and then we'll be friends forever for life. So thanks, man. Well, it's cool. It's amazing. I think God's always working. That weekend, something else happened that was just truly spectacular for me. I met Joe Coughlin, Don Baxter. They were vendors there, very slow, like I mentioned. They came up to the booth. A little lesson for all those in the fair and show world: always show up, always set up your booth, always be present, put a smile on. Mike Dowd always says this, right? He says, just show up. Sometimes you just got to show up. If you build it, they will come, right? Build a dream, baby. Well, Joe needed some knives for his kitchen. And he comes over, starts talking to me, starts looking at the knives. And I said, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing here? Is that you run this business? It's on your shirt. Yeah, I'm a vendor right behind you. Long story short, he really understands Joe growing businesses. He's an amazing human. Sees Cutco as an opportunity to help grow his current business that he's building. And so we decided to partner. And I'm so proud, so grateful to say that because of that one decision at that one slow show in O'Fallon, Illinois, almost a year ago now, I had one of the best relationships in my business that I've ever had because of that decision. So grateful to help now grow together and help them grow their business while I grow my business as well. And I'm so grateful to say that it's not even just like a business partnership or relationship, but really consider them family and friends now. And I love that they've really shown me how to be even more hospitable, how to throw a kick-ass event. Their house is amazing, and just love going over there and hanging out with the friends and family they got over there. But certainly can't wait to see what the future holds with those two. So Trimlight, St. Louis, just to give them a quick shout out, check their business out. I think it's world-class, just like Cutco. Of course, I would never partner with somebody that isn't in that world-class mentality, just like us. So check them out. I think they're phenomenal what they do, but they've been a great relationship with mine. So grateful for them. I just want to give them a quick shout out, And then the rest of these folks, I'm just going to roll this off because I want to, shout out some people. And I guess the last person I'll talk about before I shout out some more people is Autumn Barber. Autumn, real quick, just super grateful for you recently, this quick relationship we started building, but just somebody like a Nick Johnson too, somebody I can just kind of pour into. If I'm certainly learning from those that are doing greater than I, and then I can take that and give it to somebody else too. They can grow quicker. That's what it's all about. It's so funny. For a while, in life, this is kind of a quick life story, but in life, sometimes you think like, man, this next generation, they have it so easy, or these next people coming after me, they have so easy, or my kids have it so easy, or whatever, right? And I've thought that way too, but I had a realization, like God had to been God. He just like slapped me in the face and he said, I heard this, and he's like, no, like that was always the vision, wasn't it? Isn't that always the vision for the next person to have it easier? Like they should have it easier. I know I certainly have it easier because Mike Dowd is teaching me how to, go along the path here. My life is certainly going to be easier. My experience is going to be easier because of that. Like, so somebody like an Autumn, Barbara, quick shout out to you. I'm so grateful I can pour into you, give you some advice, give you some wisdom, hopefully, make your journey easier, make your life easier. It's been awesome. So yeah, everybody else that I want to shout out here, you've either impacted me, given me a little nugget that we call it in the business, or a little tip here and there, or a trick, or whatever it was. But certainly, I just being a sponge, like sponging up all of your info. I'm so grateful for this community, the Vector and Cutco. Without you, I certainly couldn't have done this. So, real quick, Chris Madsen, Nick Snyder, thank you for leading our team. Fonz Jenkins, Jerry Azinger, Vernon B. Williams V, right? Can't say it any other way. Matt Tucknott, Blaine Rodman, Colleen Dolan, excuse me, Coco, Bert Wicks, Josh Muller, Wyatt Nielsen, Danny Lewis, Brian Carter with all your awesome YouTube videos, Katie Haney, Curtis J. Hughes, John Rulin. It's been cool to meet you up at the lodge, man. And just from afar, super inspired by you in the business gift thing. Luke Mills as well, Rob Robinchek. The whole Central Region staff, just the most constant, consistent humans in the history of the universe, I think. It's just always there, always on time, always in the background, that's just, so to speak. But you're the reason why all of us thrive here in this business, especially in this central areas. So can't wait to see you guys hopefully in person here soon at year-end banquet. Kevin Marr, Caden Koopman. How about coming down to Missouri, baby? That was fun. Showing you our neck of the woods. It's a little different, but also hopefully just the same too. Just some good old boys and gals. Hope you had a lot of fun this year at the state fair. And then Case Koenig, Will Heffernan, and I'm sure there's so many more that I forgot to mention, but just know that I thank you. Anyone else I forgot? Zach Molzer, definitely. That's a guy that I've learned a lot from, and that we've got to partner a little bit on a few things. Super grateful for you. And lastly, but not least, just know that this wasn't an individual win. This is definitely a team effort. It's definitely a team effort. It takes a village, it takes all of you. So lastly, this is probably going to be the end of, me kind of basking in this joy, so to speak. I'm grateful for this gift, but I want to take that now and see where this can take me. Calendar, speaking of the calendar, it's still not over. So I actually have like a couple months left. It ends on December 27th this year, this calendar year of Cutco. It's like, what's truly possible? I told you I'd mentioned this. Nate Johnson, you dog, you. What? We talked about this, did we not? Beginning of this year when you were still my quote unquote manager, right? 150K. Still the vision, still the goal, still the dream. I think it's going to become a reality more likely than not. So continuing to push. So for you, for those that can help me, that can assist me, doesn't take just one person, right? It's an effort. I'm certainly going to be grinding and going for it. Because why not, right? Why not hit the goal that you set out for? Why not maybe exceed the goal that you set out for? We'll see what God has in store, but 150K, right? So we're roughly 48,000 away in 6 to 7-ish weeks. I think it's certainly possible. So biggest way I build my business, referrals. Second biggest way is just reviews, or getting the word out there. Obviously making a purchase if you've done that already this year, thank you for that. And heck, if not, I can always stand on the side of the road with a spare change can and just beg for forgiveness, right? I'm just kidding. No, again, I'm so blessed, so grateful. Thank you so much. And sorry for the long video here, but I definitely want to get these shout outs to everybody that I could and ultimately just bring all the glory back to God. So I'll see you soon. Hopefully I can see you in person locally at West County Mall. If you're going to be in the St. Louis area, come out and see me. I'll be popping out to Kansas City. I'll be meeting family in Topeka. Who knows where I'm going to be, but just I'm only a phone call away. Just give me a call. I'd love to see you. Love to give you a hug. We got to make back 2 years worth of hugs now. All right. So let's get some more hugs in this year too. So love y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Signing out. Peace. Cutco Pat.